Hi everyone, it's Karen from Karen's Creations. This week we're going to make this long card, Christmas card, and this one here. So hopefully I can get it all in one video. If you have to pause it, do so, okay? Because I'll be going quite quickly to try and catch it in about 10 minutes. Okay, so you will need your plate with a little bit of cornstarch or flour. So I want you to get out the long card stuff that's in the envelope, okay? I'm going to set the envelope aside. So you have this tree, and what you're going to do, because the back side of this paper is the stripe, so what you're going to do is cut on an angle the black part out, okay? And cut on an angle the black part out, and when you flip it over, that'll be the other side of the tree, okay? So let's do that. So I'm going to start on the corner. And I'm going to cut to the corner. Okay, so we don't want to cut all the way across because then that'll ruin the tree. Okay, so that's going to be our one tree over here. Excuse me. And our next tree and we're going to cut all the way to the corner tip. Okay, so that's going to be this tree. So what I'm going to have to do is cut off, because it's on an angle, I'm going to cut it off a bit. And I'm going to use that for my trunk on the other side. Okay, so then we just have to cut out these little bits, and we're going to leave the trunk. Okay, so we're going to cut a little bit off this, and we're going to glue a trunk to the bottom of this one. Not that long, maybe about that long, right? You see it? So maybe about a ½ inch long. And I'm going to put a trunk on the bottom of that one. So about a ½ inch long. Okay. So now what I have to do is glue the base of this paper to my cardstock base. I'm just going to put a little line of glue all the way around. You can use your tape or the white glue. You don't need a whole lot, remember, because it sticks. So I'm going to put this on my card base. I'm going to glue the tree that's over here to the edge of my card. Okay, now it can't really go any higher than that. So since we're kind of covering this, I'm just going to trim the tree off a little bit. And I'm going to stick it there. Okay, just make sure it fits on the card, because it won't fit in your envelope otherwise, okay? So I'm going to place it on the card like that. Okay, now you have this white strip of paper, and we're going to glue it to the card. I've cut it to fit, and we're going to put it in the center. Okay, we're going to glue this tree over here. So I'm just lining up this striped tree, so I'm going to overlap it. Okay, so I'm going to glue this tree to the card base, And then I'm going to put foam squares behind the striped tree and stick it down. So you have some foam squares. You can put about 3 on there. And then stick it down. Okay, so we can cut off the excess trunk. My fingers here. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and cut it. There, that's better. Okay, so now the rest is stickers. Okay, so this poinsettia here, we're going to stick down, and it kind of goes off a bit. So it's going to get stuck. It won't fit in our envelope, but it'll just get folded over. Okay, either that or you can push it down a little bit. The ho 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 we're going to stick on here, and that's all over on your sticker sheet. Okay, so let's take our wagon, and I'm just going to put it in the cornstarch. I have cornstarch or flour, whatever you have, and that's just so it's not going to be sticky. So when you put the foam squares on, it's not going to dip and dive and stick to your card. Okay, so if that doesn't bother you, you can just stick it right down on the card. If you want to pop dot it, then you're going to need to do that. So this thing's not sticky anymore. I'm going to put some foam squares on it, maybe about 4. Well, maybe about 6. So one on the wheels, one on the base, one on the top. You're going to have to let me know if you run out of foam squares, because I couldn't anticipate how many you would go through. So I'm just going to put it on an angle. Okay, stick it down there. So now you have some presents. And the presents are all over this. I'm just going to stick them on my hand here to get them off. Okay, there's 3, 4, 5 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. So you can just put a foam square on them. You can put the flour on it if you want. It's up to you. So I'm just going to layer them. So this one goes at the bottom. Just kind of beside the trunk. And the gray chuck one. Okay. I just put them in a random order so that it looked like they were falling out of the wagon, kind of in a pile. Okay, we're going to stick the ho 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 on the white. And those are just from the stickers. And then you have a big poinsettia sticker at the top. And you're just going to stick the poinsettia down at the top here in the corner. Okay, now I have a few of the white sprigs. Those are stickers as well. And I think there was 3. So you can just stick them in behind, just to give it a little something else in there. There's one more. It's hiding. Here it is. I think I'm going to put it up here this time. So, you know, it's not always the same spot. Okay, and there you go. That's your first card. Congratulations, you made a card today. Okay, so the next card, if you want to pause it, go ahead. The next card is this one. It's a step card. Okay. So it looks like that when it sits up. Okay. So you're going to get the package out with the envelope. And then you need to get 2 white sprigs out of your package. And the red and green, the big red poinsettia and a medium one, and 2 of the big green holly leaves. Yep. So, okay. So in the package you have an embossed piece of paper, and that we're going to glue right to the front. So this little thing that's folded down, you're going to glue it to that piece there. Okay, and then the piece that sits up, we're going to glue this black piece to it. And we're going to leave a little bit of a white edge all the way around. Okay. Now we're going to glue our white sprigs to the center of this card like that. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the center of the branches and stick it down. Okay, so then this Holly Jolly sticker, I pulled it off of the sheet, and that's this one in the middle. Okay, we're going to stick that down in the center. And then we're going to pop dot the circle sticker Santa Claus. So I just put a little of the cornstarch on the back, and then stuck a couple of the foam squares on it. Okay, you have to make sure you get all your powder off the back though, but okay, and then we're going to pop dot that in the center, and that pops it off really nicely. Okay, and then we're going to make our poinsettia flower, and you all know how to do that. We're going to spritz the back with water. And we're going to curl the petals. And the leaves. Okay, so you're going to glue that together. I'm going to put the holly behind. Glue that here. I'm just going to squish it here so that it gets some body to it. Okay, now I put some stickers behind the holly, and those stickers are these ones right here. They look like pine cone branches. Okay, so I'm going to stick it down. So these are the pine cone branches. There's one here, and one here by the Noel. So I'm just going to pretend that my flower is glued down, and I'm going to stick those down to my card because they kind of go underneath. Okay, And now I'm going to glue my flower down. And then once that's dried, you can put a little bit of glue in the center of the poinsettia and stick those silver pearls in there. Okay, you got some silver pearls in a baggie. Don't forget your tray. I hope these are all doing well. This has been really fun, and I will see you next week. Well, that's your finished card. Have a great evening, guys. Bye.